Steam's special offers are here, and I've dug through the deals to find some absolute steals you simply cannot afford to miss. Before you start throwing your money at the screen, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Let's jump in and explore these incredible offers, because your next favorite game could be on sale right now. Alan Wake is a psychological thriller wrapped in a mystery that blurs the line between fiction and reality. A best-selling writer retreats with his wife to the quiet town of Bright Falls, hoping a change of scenery will cure his creative block. But when she vanishes without warning, he's pulled into a surreal nightmare filled with living shadows and forgotten memories. Scattered manuscript pages, apparently written by him but never remembered, begin predicting the horrors that unfold. Something ancient and twisted lurks beneath Cauldron Lake, warping his words into reality and turning the townsfolk into possessed husks. Light becomes a fragile lifeline. Flashlights, flare guns, and even the streetlights are tools of your survival. As the story deepens, it's no longer just about finding Alice. It becomes a journey to uncover a force that feeds on stories themselves. Cryptic allies and a shifting, dreamlike realm known as the Dark Place all weave into a tale that constantly questions what's real. Told like a suspenseful TV series, each episode ends with another twist, another unraveling of Alan's sanity. In the Gunk, you step into the role of Ronnie, a space hauler who touches down on a seemingly lifeless planet, only to find it strangled by a creeping dark substance. This thick, oily gunk is choking the landscape, draining color and energy from what was once a thriving ecosystem. With a powerful glove-like tool, you begin to clear away the corruption, slowly revealing the world's natural beauty and unlocking its secrets. As you move through the planet's diverse environments, each cleared section transforms dramatically, with vibrant vegetation and alien life springing back to life. Removing the gunk isn't just about visuals, it's the key to solving environmental puzzles, opening hidden trails, and restoring a broken world piece by piece. You can scan flora and remnants of technology to fill out a research log, giving more context to the history beneath your boots. Soon, it becomes clear that the gunk isn't just a natural phenomenon. It's connected to a long-lost civilization and a being known only as the Gardener, whose influence still lingers. Killing Floor 2. A month has passed since the first outbreak in the UK. Now continental Europe lies in tatters, communication lines severed, and military defenses reduced to rubble. In the heart of the chaos, a biotech experiment gone wrong has flooded the continent with grotesque creatures known as Zeds, spreading through cities, research facilities, and rural landscapes alike. You drop into this wreckage as part of a rogue response force, cutting through hordes of mutated horrors using everything, from homemade blades to military-grade weaponry. Each encounter throws you straight into the fire, spraying bullets in claustrophobic corridors, smashing skulls in blood-soaked fields, or welding doors shut in the faint hope of buying a few extra seconds. Occasionally, time itself slows down. Zed time kicks in, distorting the world into a gritty, cinematic freeze frame as you line up one final shot or dodge incoming claws. After each wave, you scramble to a roaming trader pod, swapping bloodied gear for better tools, grab more ammunition, and heavier protection. Combat roles are not just cosmetic, they evolve through experience, offering loadout variations and perks that sharpen your tactics. As the fight escalates, a final boss steps into the chaos. Their presence changes the rhythm entirely. Surviving that final encounter feels less like victory and more like crawling out of a firestorm with your sanity barely intact. GreedFall introduces you as De Sardet, a noble sent to an uncharted island in search of a remedy for a devastating plague. What begins as a mission to save your homeland soon plunges you into a multi-layered struggle. Colonial powers clash with indigenous tribes whose supernatural guardians defend their world, so your decisions will ultimately determine the fate of those you meet. Every quest feels alive with meaningful choices, and the game's branching paths unfold in rich, varied ways, reinforcing that your approach truly matters in how events develop. Exploration is a joy. Each fog-covered region on the map invites discovery, so charting the wilderness feels like unveiling the unknown. In combat, quick reflexes and precise strikes are crucial, as well as the ability to block attacks at the right moment. You'll face off against human foes and magical creatures, switching seamlessly between melee, ranged attacks, and spells, with an optional pause to strategize, especially helpful in higher difficulty levels. The setting is a standout, a 17th century styled world blending colonial-era aesthetics. Character growth feels meaningful. A classless progression system lets you blend charisma, crafting finesse, magical talent, or combative prowess. Skill points are precious. You can tailor your role and later reset if you wish, though the system forces a full respec, so choose wisely. Warhammer Vermintide 2 is a critically acclaimed co-op action game set in the dark and brutal world of Warhammer fantasy. You will assume the role of various heroes, from factions such as humans, dwarves, and elves, to battle against the forces of chaos and the Skaven, a race of ratmen. The game is known for its fast-paced melee combat, where you will wield a variety of weapons to fend off hordes of enemies across multiple levels. A standout feature of the game is its emphasis on co-op gameplay, requiring teamwork to survive. You must strategize, manage resources, and carefully position themselves to complete objectives. The game also offers a diverse range of character careers, each with different playstyles and a wealth of post-launch content, including DLCs that add new weapons, missions, and enemies, ensuring a dynamic and replayable experience. Darkest Dungeon is a gothic roguelike turn-based RPG known for its punishing difficulty and deep psychological elements. The game immerses players in a dark, corrupted world where the focus is not just on fighting grotesque monsters, but also on managing the mental and physical toll that the constant stress of dungeon crawling takes on your heroes. Set in a decaying, cursed estate once owned by your ancestor, the game revolves around recruiting and leading a team of flawed heroes to face both external threats and the horrors within. As you explore the estate's grim dungeons, you'll contend with not only dangerous creatures, but also the ever-present dangers of starvation, disease, and, most uniquely, mental stress. Tom Clancy's The Division 2 is a tactical, online third-person shooter role-playing game. Set in Washington, D.C., 7 months after the devastating dollar flu pandemic, which decimated the U.S. government and military. As an agent of the Division, you must restore order to a chaotic capital, fighting against hostile factions and dealing with the aftermath of a fallen government. You will engage in solo and cooperative gameplay, exploring a meticulously recreated Washington, D.C., filled with detailed landmarks like the White House and the National Mall. The city is now home to various factions, including the militarized True Sons and criminal groups, each vying for control of the remaining resources. As you progress, you will encounter a variety of missions and dynamic events across this sprawling urban environment, so there's always something to shoot at, and the game won't let you get bored. A solitary figure awakens in a dim corridor, guided only by a mysterious panel. Tracing a line through it opens the door to a vast, desolate island, where every step forward depends on perception and intellect. The island is a labyrinth, each region presenting unique puzzles. At its heart lies a mountain, the ultimate goal, with turrets that emit beams of light when activated by solving surrounding puzzles. The puzzles begin simple but grow increasingly complex, with new rules hidden in the environment itself. Observation becomes key, as clues are embedded in the landscape. The island's varied terrains serve as both backdrop and participant in the puzzle-solving process. Scattered audio recordings offer philosophical insights on knowledge and perception, leaving their full meaning open to interpretation. With no tutorials or instructions, your success relies on observation and questioning assumptions. This journey is about discovery and transformation, where each puzzle solved deepens understanding of the world and oneself, showcasing the power of perception and the beauty of simplicity. Curse of the Dead Gods casts you as an adventurer, drawn to a cursed temple in pursuit of unimaginable wealth and immortality. This sprawling labyrinth is fraught with peril. You are tasked with navigating this treacherous environment, utilizing a diverse array of weapons to fight myriad threats lurking within. Strategic use of light and fire is essential to overcome the shadows that conceal numerous dangers. As you delve deeper, you will encounter a variety of enemies, including formidable champions and deadly bosses, each presenting unique challenges that test your combat prowess and tactical acumen. A distinctive feature of this journey is the accumulation of curses with each progression. These curses introduce unpredictable elements, altering gameplay dynamics and requiring you to adapt your strategies continually. Embracing or resisting these curses adds layers of complexity and replayability, ensuring that no two expeditions are alike. The pursuit of riches and power is fraught with peril, as each death prompts a return to the temple's entrance. LEGO Batman 3 takes you far beyond Gotham City, launching into outer space where the survival of Earth itself is at stake. Brainiac, a powerful villain, has captured entire worlds by shrinking them with the power of the Lantern Rings, adding them to his bizarre collection. To stop him, the Justice League joins forces with some of the most notorious villains, setting the stage for an epic cosmic confrontation. The story progresses through 45 missions across legendary locations from the DC universe. Gameplay blends exploration, puzzle solving, and combat, featuring more than 150 characters to unlock, each with distinct abilities true to their comic origins. A standout feature lets you switch suits on the fly. This adds layers of strategy and variety to overcoming various challenges. Space combat sequences inject extra excitement as you pilot vehicles through asteroid fields, engaging enemy fleets in thrilling battles. With its compelling story, huge cast of characters, and creative gameplay mechanics, LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham delivers an enjoyable journey that captivates fans new and old alike. In Assassin's Creed Rogue, you step into the shoes of Shay Patrick Cormac, a former member of a secret brotherhood who now finds himself on a path of revenge. After a mission goes catastrophically wrong, Shay's faith in the cause shatters, pushing him to hunt down those he once fought alongside. The story unfolds across a vast and rugged 18th century North Atlantic world, where the tension between conflicting ideals runs deep. Navigating through icy waters and forgotten settlements, you'll sail a ship that becomes both a refuge and a weapon, pushing you to master naval combat that demands strategy and precision. On land, the journey takes you through sharp forests, frozen landscapes, and colonial strongholds, where stealth and fights blend seamlessly. The hunt is not just for survival, but for justice, challenging you to adapt your tactics as alliances shift and enemies emerge from unexpected corners. The atmosphere captures the raw struggle of a man torn between loyalty and conviction, while the gameplay weaves together exploration, pursuit, and tactical confrontation. Instead of a predictable path, each step offers moments of discovery and challenge, turning revenge into a gripping tale of transformation and resolve. Payday 3 is an action-packed co-op heist game where you take on the roles of skilled criminals, pulling off high-stakes heists across a range of exciting, challenging locations. The game features a vast array of weapons and customization options, allowing you to tailor your approach to each mission. Whether it's a stealthy operation or an all-out assault, the objective is to complete heists successfully while dealing with unpredictable elements like NPC behavior and law enforcement response. The game's standout feature is its dynamic heist design, where no two runs are ever the same. Whether you're sneaking past security, engaging in all-out gunfights, or using gadgets to your advantage, the variety of strategies keeps gameplay fresh and thrilling. Stealth missions, however, are more complex than before, requiring solid teamwork, quick thinking, and careful planning to avoid detection. Risk of Rain 2 is a critically acclaimed third-person action roguelike developed by Hopoo Games and published by Gearbox Publishing. Players embark on a journey to escape a hostile alien planet, battling waves of diverse and frenzied monsters, either solo or in multiplayer modes. The game stands out for its dynamic environments, procedurally generated levels, and the ability to combine loot in creative ways, leading to endless gameplay variations. The roster of survivors, each with unique skills and playstyles, adds strategic depth. You can master characters and collect powerful items, allowing you to evolve into a formidable force. Risk of Rain 2's adrenaline-pumping combat and secrets encourage exploration, while its co-op mode supports crossplay between platforms like Steam and the Epic Games Store, enhancing its accessibility. The Outlast Trials is a survival horror game set in the Cold War era, developed by Red Barrels. Unlike its predecessors, it emphasizes multiplayer gameplay while still offering a solo experience. The game plunges players into the role of test subjects abducted by the sinister Murkoff Corporation. These individuals are subjected to psychological and physical trials in a secret facility, facing horrifying ordeals designed to test their survival instincts. The game is designed to push the limits of character sanity, reflecting the disturbing and atmospheric storytelling that the Outlast series is known for. Players can customize their characters, select abilities, and work together to overcome challenges, blending traditional survival horror mechanics with a social twist. The game retains the chilling, immersive atmosphere with iconic elements like the night vision camera and unsettling sound design. In Phantom Fury, Shelley "Bombshell" Harrison crashes back into consciousness after a years-long coma, finding her once human arm is now replaced by a powerful bionic one. Determined with retrieving a cataclysmic artifact known as the Demon Core, you'll journey across a fractured America to stop a looming global threat. The story is mostly straightforward, but sometimes it's peppered with surprising twists. Mysterious corporate interference, Shelley's haunting past, and subtle reveals woven through terminals and recorded logs. There's a sense of uncovered history and hidden motives that slowly builds as you get closer to the artifact and your own identity. Combat is a chaotic, relentless ballet of fire and debris. You'll wield more than 20 distinctive weapons. Every blast rumbles through your bionic limb. Every grenade ricochets with physics-driven flair. Level design dances between linear corridors and open-ended compounds. Some areas guide you with clear purpose, while others encourage careful exploration. Enemies vary from cyber-enhanced soldiers and mutant brutes to aerial drones and mechanical foes. They attack in waves, push you to use cover and movement, and occasionally force tense moments when ammo or health runs low. Boss fights punctuate the journey, each demanding different tactics and weapon combos. Visually, Phantom Fury pays homage to late 90s shooters. Polygonal textures lit by dramatic lighting, with a deliberate retro chroma feel. The game isn't perfect. Some corridors lack motivation. Waypoint clarity falters at times, and technical hiccups can intrude, but there's a real charm in its rough edges. A love for old-school action with a modern spin, a dose of absurd humor, and a kinetic energy that's tough to shake off. Angerfoot is a high-velocity first-person shooter. Set in the dystopian Shit City, players embody a vigilante navigating through slums, sewers, and skyscrapers to dismantle various gangs and confront the enigmatic crime minister. The game's core mechanic centers on the protagonist's powerful kick, used to break down doors, obliterate obstacles, and eliminate enemies. Additional weapons and power-ups are available throughout levels, allowing for diverse combat strategies. Players can unlock and upgrade sneakers, each offering unique attributes that enhance gameplay. The emphasis on quick reflexes and rapid decision-making is complemented by a hard-hitting soundtrack, immersing players in its adrenaline-fueled environment. Critics have praised Angerfoot for its unique blend of fast-paced action and humor. V-Rising is an action role-playing survival game that immerses players in a gothic open world where they assume the role of a recently awakened vampire. Emerging from centuries of slumber, players must navigate a perilous landscape, hunt for blood to regain strength, and construct a formidable castle to serve as their sanctuary. The game masterfully blends elements of survival, exploration, and combat, offering a rich and engaging experience. The gameplay is set in a vast open world divided into diverse biomes, each presenting unique challenges and resources. You can gather materials, upgrade equipment, and build your castle, which will act as your home base. To unlock access to more advanced materials and equipment, you must defeat bosses found throughout the world. Survival mechanics are deeply integrated, requiring you to consume blood from various NPCs to gain specific benefits and avoid hazards like sunlight and garlic, which can weaken the vampire. Barotrauma is an intense cooperative multiplayer game set in the hostile depths of Jupiter's moon, Europa. You will control a crew aboard a submarine, navigating the treacherous underwater environment while managing limited resources, repairing damage, and fending off hostile creatures. The game features complex mechanics and various dangers like alien threats, making teamwork essential for survival. Each player assumes a specific role aboard the submarine, with unique tasks required to keep the vessel functioning and the crew alive. For instance, the captain oversees the mission and directs the crew, while the engineer handles the submarine's power and structural integrity. In a kingdom gripped by a tyrannical queen, you step into the shoes of Clef, a former child soldier turned rebellious warrior with a singular mission to overthrow the regime. With a trusty javelin in hand, you navigate through the Queen's Bastion, a massive fortress brimming with mechanical enemies, deadly traps, and hidden treasures. As you battle your way through the fortress, you'll encounter a variety of characters, each with their own motives and stories that can influence your path. The combat system offers deep strategy, allowing you to use your surroundings and master your javelin techniques to defeat foes. Each victory brings the opportunity to upgrade your skills and gear, making you stronger with every step toward toppling the Queen and liberating the kingdom from her rule. Set in the frozen wilderness of 1980s Alaska, Edge of Sanity tells a bleak story of survival and unraveling minds. You take on the role of Carter, part of a resupply crew whose mission goes sideways when the outpost is found abandoned and former teammates have turned into distorted monstrosities. You find yourself alone on a ridge, forced to build a fragile base and make dangerous expeditions into forgotten tunnels. Each outing is a gamble. Supplies are scarce, danger stalks the dark, and the mind begins to fracture. Stress and close contact with the unnatural begin to distort Carter's perception of reality. The deeper the descent, the more blurred the line becomes between hallucination and truth. Combat favors caution over brute strength, especially when facing creatures twisted by secret experiments and arcane rituals. Choices shape more than just the path forward. They dig into Carter's past, reveal buried truths, and raise questions about what's worth saving. And that's a wrap on the best Steam deals you can grab right now. If you found some great games, make sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more amazing deals and gaming content.